a skit maker. Well, you can't blame them.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of poisonous content all over.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pastor.
He had to bring that in.
I don't know what PK is talking about.
Let us engage the young.
All right, gentlemen. Let's move straight to our next conversation. The resurgence of our refineries across board has been generating a lot of reactions, with many anticipating progress as time progresses. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, has predicted that local refineries in the country would need an average of 770,500 barrels of crude oil in the first quarter of 2025. This was made known in a statement by the CEO of NUPRC, Benga Komolafe, during the unveiling of the crude oil production forecast of producing oil companies. He said this requirement is in consonance with the Section 109 of the Petroleum Industry Act, PIA 2021, and it is aimed at effective capacity utilization of the nation's domestic refineries by ensuring a consistent supply of crude oil. All right, Kaide, the NUPRC projection of 770,500 barrels a day for domestic refineries, is it achievable?
Yes, it is, in the sense that for the fact that we are dealing with 2 local refineries now, and there are some other things that will boost production. So when you look at that target, so that we don't just celebrate resurgence of our refineries, we need to work with a target, we need to work with plans, so that when we are dealing with our annual budget, we know the benchmark and we know what we are dealing with. And in this case, we are getting the crude, we are refining, and everything is being done here, which, you know, which gives us a sense that a whole lot of things are going to change. So for me, and the total thing would now be like about 2 million thereabout, you know, barrels in a day. This is a big one. And this is to also say that, you know, when you now add the Dangote refinery and some other
refineries that was still
into it, it's a wake-up call. And is this, you know, a lot of people have asked that question, what is even the import of these 2 refineries that have come up? And we've started seeing the implication.
Exactly.
So it can only get better. And it's to say that, because we cannot take that away, because journalists and God have not, you know, maybe because of the repeated editions we've not really celebrated that milestone. I call it celebration because, trust me, I'm one of those pessimists who believe that we've heard so much about refineries are coming up, but this government has been able to prove to us that when they say things, they can actually do it. So for me, I will not, after being pessimistic, keep quiet when something good has happened. So for me, the target is in order. Whether it's achievable or close to being achieved, it's something that we should keep our eyes on and make sure that nothing sabotages these efforts by NNPC and the regulator who is putting this figure. If we shoot above it, good for us. But for us not to have plans, for us not to have a target, it's a no-no.
It's a no-no. Last year, they talked about 1 million barrels. But as beautiful as it may sound, the big elephant in the crude oil theft, have we been able to conquer that? Is this figure, can we achieve it?
Yeah, the president set a target of 2.6 million barrels a day for the Minister of State Petroleum, Eniken Obri, and the governor of Imo State was asked to steer that project, if I can describe it as such. I believe it's achievable. During the Jonathan era, we were doing 2.5 million barrels a day. When people talk about the prosperity that we enjoyed during that era, a lot of it was down to tremendous oil output. We can do much better. We can do better than 2.6 million barrels a day. If we address the problems, we need to get more investment into that sector.
More investment, okay?
Get more investment into crude oil production. We are seeing more investment in refining now, which is something that makes me really happy. Now, we must match investment in
crude oil,
in refining with investment in crude oil production, because once more and more of these refineries are coming up, they will need
exact supply of crude oil.
Yeah, they will need crude oil. So, but if we do not produce enough, where will they find the crude oil that they need, except they are going to import? BUA is projected to start production from its 200,000 barrels a day refinery in Ebono Island in Akwa Ibom State. I've been to that area before. It was off the Atlantic. They have a beautiful beach, but largely neglected.
Wow.
200,000 barrels a day is huge. Allied with Dangote's 650,000 barrels a day. And then we have Warri Refinery, described by many as our most modern refinery, coming on stream. We have Port Harcourt. We are going to do Port Harcourt 1 and 2, the old refinery and the new. With their combined capacity. And Kaduna, in fact, I'm told that Kaduna is the easiest to fix of all of them.
Oh, really?
Yes. Maybe the damage to them is not like others. I'm not a petroleum engineer, but that's what I was told. That Kaduna is actually the easiest to fix. And when I met Kyari, he told me that they will fix Kaduna. He was confident that Kaduna too will begin to refine, no matter the difficulties that they are facing. So we are moving into an era of robust crude oil refining and crude oil production. We are moving into that phase. And it makes me happy as a nation, as a person, because what this tells me is that my nation has woken up. People may not give Ashwaju credit, because to many Nigerians, everything is tied to food. We tell some of them that you can't tie everything to food, to your belly. But when they talk about, even if security improves, you still ask, how does it
affect?
No,
true.
We cannot, everything, it's ridiculous to tie everything to food. This is a big, big achievement that those refineries are working. We had given up on them. We had given up. You heard what Obasanjo said recently. Even Obasanjo, as a former president, had given up that those refineries will ever work. From what he said, you will know that he never believed that they will work. And somebody was confident, encouraging them. No matter what we have said about Kyari, even me, I've attacked him in the past. That is, there's nothing he will do to me. But if he's making progress, I'm also here to say yes.
Say that he is.
I'm happy with your work. It's not a personal thing. It's not a personal thing. He's not my friend. We are not close. Till today, I don't have his phone number. Though I met him, I don't have his phone number. Because, you see, sometimes it helps us to be able to do our work.
That's true.
By limiting even our relationship with some people.
All right, BK,
but we must give him credit.
Yes.
That these things are happening. So, you see, even if we do not, I suspect that at the end of the day, with all these refineries coming on stream, there's another one in Bayelsa that's also coming on stream. We may not be able to give them all of the crude oil,
the supply that they
but
need.
they can bring in crude oil
from other countries. Okay.
What will happen at the end of the day is that Nigeria will become a net exporter of refined petroleum products. And that will fetch us foreign exchange.
Exactly.
They don't have to use, I was saying that, and that Dangote does not have to rely heavily on Nigerian crude. Because our crude is light, and the most expensive in the world. So you will need to even bring in other crude oil from other places, the WTIs, the Russian crude, all of those ones are not as clean and pristine as our own. But you can blend them together and you will make your money.
BK, talking about commendation, there was a commendation from the Nasarawa Speaker of the Nasarawa State House of Assembly, you know, commending the president, because lots of administration have come trying, they've not been able to do it.
You know what I see? Even Nigerians who are saying, look, it's not, Port Harcourt is not working, it's a lie. It's because they are unable to live with the reality that the table turned. This man that you call Bulaba, that is old, he cannot achieve anything. Under his watch, you can see that the refineries are working. You are reluctant to give him credit. This is the way we are as a people. That's where the white people are different. Where the white man will look at an issue dispassionately, the Nigerian first looks at his ethnicity, he uses his religion to decide whether to support you or not.
That's sad.
And the position that he has taken about you, if you like, come in the cloak of the Almighty God, he will still decide to doubt you and say, no, he cannot. That's what is always saying. See, today, despite the fact that they took the NLC president and the one with the bushy hair, Osifo, what's his name? Yeah. They took them to go and see the refinery. They took them there. Some are still saying that no, it's not working. Chemical engineers
also went there.
Yes, Association of Chemical Engineers in our country. They also, now ignorant people will still sit on Facebook and other places and say, no, the refineries are not working. No, this audio, this thing. What is it that you want? Even the worry, they said, no, worry is not working. You can't live a life of pessimism. Yes, you have your heroes who come on TV to promote pessimism, but you are bigger than that.
Use your brain.
When people go to school, there's a philosopher who said education encourages disputation. When somebody tells you that what you are wearing is green, your education tells you that it's not green. So you can't subjugate your life to individuals who have made up their minds to not see anything good in our country. Those of us who decided to stay here, even when Abacha threatened our lives, we said, no, I said I'm not going anywhere. They declared me one time, my mom was crying, I said, I'm not going anywhere. My younger sister said, they are looking for this boy, you are still giving him jobs to do. I said, I'm going nowhere, I will not go on exile. So my faith in my country is unshaken. It's not something that started today. If I wanted to run to exile, somebody who contributed 3 paragraphs to my story, he got a 9 years visa to France. If I wanted to run away, I would have run away.
Free asylum.
For what I believe, I'm too stubborn to now run away because you take my life. And it is only when God permits it that you can do it. So if I didn't run away at that time, you now expect that at this stage, I will not believe in my country, I will give up on my country. No, it's not about the person who is there. President Tinubu can only do maximum of 8 years. But my faith and my love for my country remains. It's as simple as that. Any good thing that happens in my country, I will talk about it. Hate me because you think, oh, I'm talking about it because of one person. No, it's not because of one person. It's because I believe this country is the only country that I have. I can't go and live in the UK, for example. No, I can't. Not even at my age now. Not even at my age. So we must believe in our country and do our best, play our part for the country to work. And when the country is working, we enjoy abusing our leaders. Yes, even me, I abuse them. But when they are
doing something good, it is our duty to...
The Christianity in you, the Islam in you, because your clerics always preach that.
Exactly.
Should be able to cause you to say, this person, let me give him benefit of the doubt. He's doing well. But you are not prepared to do that. Yeah, the definition of an incomplete human being, if you cannot give someone credit for what he has done, then you are a cheap human being. It's as simple as that. We must change as a people. You are a cheap human being if you can see that this person has done something, you are not prepared to admit it. And you will want somebody to praise you. Human beings naturally like being praised.
Exactly, being praised, true.
You will want someone to praise you when you do. Maybe you give someone money. You want him to thank you the next day. But you are unprepared to give someone credit for the little things that he has done. Okay. But Takot is not going. It's a lie. No, come on. We need to stop all that.
No, but why do we do that? You know,
I said this earlier when I said that's the beauty of constructive criticism. When we're talking about the minority caucus, you will not gain anything if you are just a fault finder. You will never see any good thing in anything. Trust me, you're not even going to be listened to. You know, but you know, when VK was talking, I saw that passion, and I wanted to bring in that there will still be some people. You know, there's a saying that only a fool doubts a proof. You know, there are proofs to show that things are changing. And that's why you see, I think the governors alluded to it, that if a newspaper like This Day will call the president the man of the year, it speaks volume. Some may even...
Somebody said, well, that maybe it's for the negative reason that they gave him.
Can you imagine? So that's the height of pessimism. So it's just to point out the fact that things will change. Whether we like it or not, this is the only country we have. And sometimes I'm always... Some people look at me that, am I so privileged? I say, excuse me. No, but my mind is so intact to know that a lot of things are getting better for me as a person. I have been through the terrible times of this country. And if things are getting better for me, I will be a hypocrite to say things are getting worse. So I'm just saying, because I'm going to be tagged.
I saw somebody who said this government has not achieved anything.
Exactly. We see some of our colleagues.
Meanwhile, even the international community will admit that our oil output has gone up. That was not the level at which it met it. And you said they've not achieved anything. In terms of even gas, our output has gone up, and there's increased earning both from crude oil and gas. Increased earnings. And that's why people are projecting that these measures will help the Naira to strengthen.
True.
Because you are going to earn more for an exchange. You know? Foreign portfolio investments are coming in. You can say those ones are temporary in nature, but they give us the liquidity that we need to address. Otherwise, the Naira will probably have gone to like 3,000 now to the dollar. But improved liquidity from improved oil output, improved gas output, improved foreign portfolio investment.
That's positive.
And all of those Euro bonds and all that.
Which are oversubscribed.
Yes, it will give liquidity. So you can say they've not achieved anything. Yes, the government may not have met our expectations. We actually wanted something more. But you cannot, with your sanity intact, say they've not achieved anything. No. That is a no-no.
It's a no-no.
It's a no-no. It's not an argument you can win, except if you are in a hall full of illiterate, ignorant people, and then you are just talking to them like a.
All right, gentlemen. It's a fine place for us to leave it.
You know, when our pastors are preaching, it's forbidden for us to argue with them. So maybe somebody stands in a hall full of ignorant people. You're just talking. That's where you can sustain the argument.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming.
It's always a pleasure.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back. Happy New Year once again. BQ, appreciate you as always.
Thanks.
And that's it on Journalist Hangout today. Join us tomorrow for another episode of the program. You can watch the repeat broadcast of this episode tonight at 11. Join us on Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. for Journalist Hangout on Sunday. We are on YouTube at youtube.com/TVC News Nigeria. I am Benga Oreshegun. Bye for now, and God bless Nigeria.